And we're back now at 8:45 with Latin singing sensation Thalia, the mother of two, is trying something new. She's writing her first children's book. It's an illustrated fairy tale called CHUPIE, the Binky that returned home. Thalia, good morning. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Let's get it out of the way right now. CHUPIE, Binky, some kids
pacifier,
call... Or CHUPIE is... Okay, CHUPIE is which?
CHUPIE is like CHUPIE is from chupon. Chupon is pacifier in Spanish.
Okay, Binky is the name for the pacifier?
Exactly. That's how like every parent like relates to like, oh, the Binky. You forgot the Binky. The Binky's in the car.
Now, Banky is something different.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
No, Bankies have, a lot of kids have blankets, and those are Bankies,
also,
okay?
it's like a mix.
So we're concentrating on CHUPIEs and Binkies today, all right?
Just that.
It's fun, but you know what? It's also a serious issue because parents, they have new babies, and the babies are restless, and they're fussing, and they give the pacifier, and it calms them down, but then they can only be calmed down with the pacifier.
And not just that, when you go to the second year, with a pediatrician for them to check the kid, they tell you like the pacifier is also linked to some kind of like, speech problems in the future, or certain studies, they said that they have like kind of like, it's a link between the ear infection and all of this because of the pacifier.
So clearly there's a cutoff age. What did you decide? You have a daughter
2.
who's 6 and a son who's 2. So the age of 2 is the cutoff?
The age of 2 is a cutoff. That's what my experience is. But it was funny because I was, it was my first daughter, Sabrina, and I didn't want to see her cry. It was a drama. It was very
And every
dramatic.
time you take the pacifier away, she'd get hysterical.
Terrible. It was a bad experience for me. So I start adding 2 pacifiers in the crib because when she falls asleep, the pacifier falls and she cries. So every 40 minutes you have to go to the crib and put the pacifier back in. So I ended up with 20 pacifiers in the crib.
All right, which is not a good thing.
It was crazy.
Now at 2 years old, it's tough to communicate. So how did you reason with her and start to explain to her that we needed to wean off the pacifier?
Matt, it was like divine intervention, and it was a desperate call of a mother at 3 a.m. So I was in that crib, the baby was crying, she couldn't find the Passy, and I was like, I took the Passy and I said, you know why Passy is sad? Passy's falling off your lips because Passy misses his mommy. Passy, fire, wants to go home to Binkyland. And she was like, Binkyland? Yes. She lives in a castle made of caramel.
Oh, you're brilliant. You're a little evil, but you're brilliant.
Mommy Binky misses the Binky. And it's like, imagine you and me apart, Sabrina. You and me apart will be terrible.
And she bought this?
She said to me, take Binky to Binkyland. I swear to God, it was amazing.
Well done.
And then, I created the 5 steps that are in the book.
Which became this, by the way, the illustrations in the book are wonderful. And I know that's a hard thing for a first-time author of a children's book to come up with the right illustrator. How did you do that?
Well, I'm very creative, and I'm always like painting. It's like my hobby, paint. And I did all these illustrations, so it took me like 2 years to find the right illustrator that captured my essence and respect my first Binky and the mother and Papi Binky, Mommy Binky, the castles, the lollipops, everything. So finally, I got that person. We created this magic kingdom, and then the most important are the steps to help your kid getting rid of this habit.
See more of Binky?
You know what I think? It's the first experience of letting go. As a human being, it's very difficult to let go. So for a baby, it's terrible. So it's the first experience to let go.
It's going to be great advice for parents. You're going to do any more of these children's books?
Yes,
you like this?
Yes. This is my 4th. This is the first child's book, and I'm very excited.
Thalia, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Nice to have you here. Again, the book is called CHUPIE, and we are recommending this for anyone going through this right now at home.